Now, you got issues with the industry. What's going down with the industry,
The
dog?
industry is full of a bunch of sucking, riding, bending over the desk, straight up.
I opened myself up to the possibility that I could have a relationship with a man.
For years, people have argued that powerful figures behind the scenes have had an outsized influence on hip-hop. That idea might sound unbelievable to some people, but artists have been raising concerns about the music business for a long time. DMX was one of the most outspoken voices. He claimed that certain executives held too much power over artists and created an environment that pressured people to make difficult choices.
And he said, man, I'm here because Clive Davis called me, and him and Puppy's real tight. And,
At the time, many people dismissed what DMX was saying. Some critics called him bitter, jealous, or simply wrong. Years later, old interviews and clips have resurfaced, leading many fans to revisit his comments and debate whether some of his concerns deserve another look. One interview from nearly 2 decades ago is now getting renewed attention. In those interviews, DMX described what he believed was a music industry where some executives abused their influence and expected personal loyalty or inappropriate compromises in exchange for opportunities.
They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executives, and it's like there's too much of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my music. You know what I mean?
He also made it clear that he believed he refused to cross lines that conflicted with his values. His frustration was impossible to miss. After those clips started circulating again, many people in the comments claimed he was referring to Diddy. Others argued that the situation was more complicated and involved broader questions about the people who helped shape major careers and the culture of the industry. Some discussions have also focused on Clive Davis because of his prominent role in the music business and his connections with many successful artists. These conversations often go beyond anyone's personal identity and instead center on disputed claims about influence, power, and accountability. It is important to note that many of these claims remain allegations and have not been established as fact. Jaguar Wright has been making these claims for years. She has argued that Diddy was heavily influenced by Andre Harrell, and she has also repeated long-standing rumors from the 1990s about Diddy and Andre. Those rumors have never been proven. According to Jaguar, Andre was following a pattern she believes existed before him, and that allegedly involved Clive Davis. She claims Diddy learned how power and influence could be used within the music business, and later applied those same methods throughout his career. From that perspective, Jaguar argues that Clive Davis had a lasting influence on the culture surrounding parts of the industry, even if he was not personally involved in every situation being discussed.
He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control.
It is also true that Andre Harrell fired Diddy from Uptown Records in 1993. Within weeks, Diddy launched Bad Boy Records, and the label quickly became a major force in hip-hop. That rapid success has led to years of speculation about how the company expanded so quickly.
Clive Davis is over Arista, which is over Diddy's Bad Boy Records. Now, rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994, and that's how Bad Boy Records came about.
Some industry figures have repeated unverified allegations that Clive Davis played a key role in helping Diddy build his career, and have attached additional claims about the nature of their relationship. Those allegations have not been substantiated. The discussion is often presented as being about influence, power, and alleged misconduct rather than anyone's sexual orientation. Some people point to articles about singer Phyllis Hyman, who was once signed to Clive Davis, and argue that they raise questions about her relationship with people in the music industry. Some of those articles also repeat allegations that she intended to reveal damaging information about Clive Davis before her death. Those claims have never been substantiated. Clive Davis has not been formally accused or charged with wrongdoing related to those allegations. Another claim that has circulated for years is that Clive Davis avoided legal consequences because of supposed connections to intelligence agencies. There is no verified evidence supporting those claims, but they continue to appear in speculation surrounding his career and influence.
At 1995 meeting in Beverly Hills in the home of Clive Davis, who was responsible for the murder of Whitney Houston, I said it, and they were telling these rappers, you need to create songs talking about police, calling black women bees and hoes. You need to get more nasty so we can fill our prisons.
Supporters of these theories argue that Clive Davis was more than just a record executive and claim he had extraordinary influence over the music business. Some versions of the story go even further by alleging connections to government agencies such as the CIA or FBI. Those claims remain unverified. That leads into the phrase gay mafia, a term that has circulated for years in entertainment discussions. It generally refers to an alleged network of influential people who are said to hold significant power behind the scenes in industries such as music, fashion, and politics.
I've been hearing stories since 1990-something. I don't talk about it. My personal opinion is, if you talk about it too much, something bad gonna happen to you.
Despite its frequent use in rumors and online discussions, there is no credible evidence establishing the existence of such an organized network. Some critics argue that the phrase gay mafia is itself offensive or homophobic. Others point out that several public figures have used the term over the years when describing what they believe is an influential network within the entertainment industry.
Also, I think there is a gay mafia. I think if you cross them, you do get whacked.
Those statements reflect personal opinions and allegations rather than verified facts. For example, in 2002, former Hollywood talent agent Michael Ovitz publicly suggested that what he called the gay mafia played a role in his professional downfall. He claimed there was an organized effort to push him out of the business. Those claims were his own and have not been substantiated. In 2014, comedian Adam Carolla also discussed the topic during an interview. When asked whether he had a problem working with gay people, he replied, "I don't have a problem with it. They've just turned into a mafia and are demanding everyone apologize for every joke and retract every statement. It's turned into something that's bigger than it is." That statement reflected his personal view.
You were talking about how you don't do gay jokes because there's a gay mafia.
Yeah, you see what he did to Tracy Morgan.
Around the same time, Bill Maher also referenced the phrase publicly, saying that crossing the so-called gay mafia could have serious career consequences. More recently, comedian Lavelle Crawford said he was hesitant to make jokes about gay people because of what he believed happened to Tracy Morgan. These comments represent the speaker's opinions and should not be taken as evidence that such an organized group exists.
It's owned. The hip-hop community is most likely owned by gay, to be honest with you.
Do you think there'll be...
They're owned by gay. I happen to think there's a gay mafia in hip-hop.
Rapper Too Short was also asked about the phrase gay mafia. He responded by saying he was reluctant to discuss the topic because he believed speaking about it could bring negative consequences. That statement reflected his personal opinion. Another person who has commented on the subject is Harlem rapper Smart, who has said he was previously signed to Interscope Records and Def Jam. Smart went even further by alleging that some influential people in the entertainment industry use secretive practices and rituals to recruit artists into their circles.
These are the rituals, but they're evil and satanic because the whole industry is ran by the devil. I didn't say you can't be successful. You just can't be successful in the music industry and still keep your soul. You can't go to hell and say, hey, I'm bringing my AC.
Those claims have not been substantiated. Whether someone believes these stories is ultimately up to them. What is clear is that DMX repeatedly spoke about what he believed were serious problems within the music industry. He claimed that some artists were pressured to sacrifice their values or make personal compromises in exchange for career opportunities. R.I.P. DMX. DMX was far from the only artist to question how the music business operates. Over the years, several performers have spoken about feeling pressured by powerful people, unfair contracts, and an industry where a small number of executives can have enormous influence over careers. While each story is different, many of those accounts have fueled ongoing debates about how much control exists behind the scenes. At the same time, separating verified facts from rumors has become increasingly difficult. Social media, old interviews, and viral clips often bring past claims back into the spotlight, but renewed attention does not automatically confirm that every allegation is true. Some claims have been supported by evidence, while many others remain disputed or completely unverified. What these conversations have done is encourage more people to take a closer look at how influence and accountability work in the entertainment industry. Whether someone agrees with the DMX or not, his interviews continue to spark discussion years after they were recorded, and many viewers believe his warnings deserve another look alongside the facts that have since become public. One reason these debates continue is that the entertainment industry has changed dramatically over the past few years. Court cases, lawsuits, investigative reporting, and public statements from artists have pushed conversations about power and accountability into the spotlight. As more information becomes public, people have started revisiting old interviews and asking whether some warnings were overlooked at the time. That does not mean every rumor should be accepted without evidence. Many stories circulating online combine confirmed events with speculation, making it important to separate documented facts from personal opinions and unverified allegations. Looking at the available evidence instead of relying only on viral clips gives a clearer picture of what actually happened. For many fans, that is why DMX remains part of the conversation. His comments continue to be shared because they reflected his personal experiences and his concerns about the music business. Whether people agree with his perspective or not, his words still generate discussion about influence, transparency, and the responsibilities of those who hold power in the industry. Another reason these discussions keep resurfacing is that the music business has often been criticized for being highly centralized. A relatively small group of executives, companies, and decision-makers can influence which artists receive funding, promotion, and major opportunities. That reality has led many performers to speak openly about feeling pressure to follow industry expectations in order to advance their careers. Over the years, some artists have described difficult experiences involving contracts, financial disputes, and uneven power dynamics. Others have pushed back and said their careers were built through hard work and strong professional relationships. Those different perspectives show that experiences within the industry can vary widely, and no single story represents everyone. As more interviews, documents, and public records become available, people continue comparing old statements with new information. Some questions have been answered through evidence, while many others remain the subject of speculation and debate. That ongoing search for facts is why these conversations continue to draw attention years after they first began. As these conversations continue, one point keeps coming up. The music industry has long rewarded a small number of executives with enormous influence over artists' careers. That concentration of power has led to repeated calls for greater transparency, stronger protections for performers, and more accountability from the people making major decisions behind the scenes. Many artists have said that new musicians should fully understand the contracts they sign and seek independent legal and financial advice before committing to major deals. Those recommendations are based on years of public disputes involving royalties, ownership rights, and creative control. While every situation is different, these issues have affected artists across multiple genres and generations. In the end, separating evidence from speculation is essential. Some claims have been supported by public records, court proceedings, or first-hand accounts, while many others remain unverified. Looking at credible information and multiple sources provides a more complete picture than relying on rumors alone. That approach allows the discussion to stay focused on accountability, documented facts, and the broader challenges that continue to shape the entertainment industry. As always, the goal is to separate verified facts from rumors and let the evidence speak for itself. There are strong opinions on every side of this discussion, and many of the claims mentioned throughout this video remain disputed or unverified. That is why it is important to look at credible information and reach your own conclusions. Now, I want to hear what you think. What is your opinion on the claims and theories that have circulated about influence and power in the music industry? Do you think a small group of powerful insiders has too much control over hip-hop? What is your take on the allegations and public discussions involving Clive Davis? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who would find this discussion interesting. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.